Hello Aquarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. How are you guys? This is a bonus reading for you, so general as always. It will not resonate with every single Aquarius tuning in, so please do take from this what makes sense for you, your situation, your life, your relationship, and let go of what doesn't. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box. Just as a side note, I am fully booked through January 15th. Okay, guys? So let's get started. What I have are a couple of focus card decks for you, Aquarius, and let's grab some focus messages to start off this reading. And I forgot to mention, I will also have a list of all of the card decks that I typically use for my readings. So let's start off with that first one. It is the Angels of Abundance deck. Let's take a look and see, by way of abundance, what you can manifest in 2020, Aquarius. This ultimately, however, is a timeless reading whenever you are guided to tune in and watch. Hopefully you will resonate with the messages and it will offer you some clarity. All right, guys, let's take a look. Aquarius, I'm guided to this one here. Okay, it does say focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. Okay, so as far as manifesting abundance and prosperity in 2020, this is a message for you that is just reminding you, let's put those priorities in check. And that's what's going to help you get things organized so that you can manifest whatever it is that you're focused on this year. All right, guys, let's continue. Let's grab an additional focus message from the Whispers of Healing deck. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius, please, for this bonus reading. All right. Let's take a look, Aquarius, and let's see what else needs to come forward here. All right, I am guided to this one. And it says acceptance. So if there is a situation that needs acceptance, perhaps that is what's coming through here to grab your attention at this time, Aquarius. So, of course, that could be interpreted in so many different ways. So however way you are able to resonate with that particular message, there is a need for acceptance here, either in a relationship or in some aspect of your life that has not been coming forward by way of acceptance. Okay? All right, let's move forward, guys, and let's see what else needs to come through. This is the Mystic Moon Oracles, Aquarius. And for those who will be celebrating birthdays in January, a very happy birthday, a very happy new year. I hope it's going wonderfully so far. But let's take a look and see what messages you would benefit from at this time for this bonus reading. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius. What do we have? We're starting off with this Mass card, which can certainly bring forward deceptive energy. It could also be that someone is being dishonest with you, Aquarius, and or perhaps somebody is wearing a false mask, putting on a facade, trying to either pretend that life is going a particular way, when in fact it's going the total opposite way, trying to put that poker face on so that you don't really see what's going on in their life. This could also be something that you are doing at this time, Aquarius. And whenever this Mass card comes forward, it could be tied into third-party situations. It could be tied into karmic partnerships as well. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. We do have the Spring card coming forward. Could be tied into the spring season, certainly, which is a few months from now. But this Spring card as well is tied into growth in our lives, in a situation. And part of this growth might be for some of you that you have distanced yourself from someone who was just being dishonest with you. being deceptive in some way, shape, or form. Part of this growth is maybe you finally accepted, that's coming through here, the acceptance of a relationship that just wasn't working out for you. And rather than trying to fit a circle into a square, you just decided to accept it, move on, focus on your priorities, as this card is coming through with, and just getting your life back in order. That could be coming through for some of you guys. We do have patience represented here. So whatever this growth is representing in your life, Aquarius, it might take time for a goal, a dream, a particular chapter of your life that you are wanting to see movement in. It might take time to have it come to fruition for you. But as long as you stay on course and just stay focused on what it is that you are wanting to manifest, you can have that. You can absolutely have that. I do love this ascending energy. This is the ability to move forward, to ascend your life. It's an ascension. So you're climbing, you're moving towards, as this card for me represents the sun. The sun in tarot is very positive energies. It's all about happiness and joy in your life, celebrations, fulfillment, moving away from somebody who didn't offer you those things. And it's being reiterated right here, okay? I do feel that Mass card is tied into a karmic partnership of some sort. We do have the Solitude card coming through here as well. That is tied into the Hermit energy and traditional tarot, which is also representing Virgo. So for some of my Aquariuses, you might be focused on a Virgo individual. This is somebody who is alone at this time, just wanting to kind of withdraw from a situation. They could also be very lonely, however. This person might have not had a choice but to withdraw, especially if this is the person that was wearing the false mask, lied to you, dishonest, deceptive, manipulated you in some way, shape, or form, Aquarius. Again, tied into karmic partnerships, I'm feeling it's already represented here. Part of the Hermit energy too, however, is making those decisions cautiously and following your heart, not what everybody else is telling you. So if you are resonating with the energy of the Hermit, Aquarius, this could be you as well, especially if you are divine feminine energy. It's a time of meditation. It is a time of reflection, of reevaluating where your life is at the moment, especially if you have distanced yourself from someone who was either a karmic partner or was wearing a false mask, pretending to be something that they weren't, or being very dishonest with you. And when something like that happens in a situation, it hurts. It hurts to know that somebody betrayed your trust. It hurts to realize that you ultimately were lied to. It's not an easy thing to go through. And part of the energy too of this Solitude card, again tied into the Hermit, is that people from your past can come back. Could certainly be a karmic partner for some of you guys who wants to return. Bridging estrangements between the two of you, knowing that they messed up, but still wanting to come back. Possibly wanting acceptance from you, Aquarius. Acceptance of what happened, acceptance of an apology. But I feel it might take you a good chunk of time to even want to entertain what it is that they want to say to you. We do have Union coming through next, falling right below that Spring card of growth. I feel for some of you guys in regard to a relationship, there will be growth there. So possibly overcoming any difficulties in your relationship. It may or may not be tied into karmic partnerships, but there is growth that is tied into your connection with somebody. Moving forward, ascending the connection, overcoming difficulties and challenges that you guys may have had together. Some of you had a family, children, or talked about building a family together. And this union, part of this ascension process, includes marriage, includes having children someday, building a life together. It's a progression here. It's like, you know what it's like to experience a relationship that is not serving you. You've learned from that. That is a part of your ascension. That is a part of your acceptance. And you're now looking for the type of relationship that is worthy of you, that is worth your time to invest in. There are lessons that you need to take with you as a part of that ascension process, because a lot of it is you can't move forward, you can't ascend, you can't grow unless you know what it's like to go through those challenges. But I do feel there is progress that will be made here. There are signs that are or will be trying to grab your attention this year, Aquarius. Since this is a timeless reading, it could happen anytime this year. And you got to pay attention to those signs, whatever they are, because they will be very personal to you and you alone. You know, signs could come in the form of so many things for so many people, and it has to be something that when it crosses your path, it's like a light bulb moment, and you know that it's specific to only you. It would make sense to only you. That is the kind of sign that I'm talking about. We do have a soulmate connection that you're either thinking about for this reading, Aquarius, or this is what's coming in for you. A soulmate bond. Once you move away from that karmic, once you move away from deceptive energies and dishonesty and moving towards ascension in your life, especially if you're just wanting to walk away and not wanting anything to do with this person ever again. And that's your prerogative. That ascension is what's going to move your life forward and could bring you the love of your life through that soulmate bond. We have the abandoned card right after that. So I'm picking up here that you have to let something go, let someone go in order to find the happiness that you're looking for. You put a stop to it. You ended the relationship. This key has been appearing on a lot of my readings and then followed by this barrier card. And I mean, I shuffle these cards and these two cards keep coming together somehow, in some way, shape, or form in a reading. So it's definitely a message that needs to be communicated because something came to an end for a reason. Here's the barrier, here's the closed door. But you also have the ability to use this key to either lock this door forever or to open up a brand new door, Aquarius. There's a lot of possibilities and new opportunities that can come in for you. And look here, somebody wants to apologize. They want your forgiveness. For those of you who are in separation from your soulmate, it could be that they want to apologize to you. Energetically, you're still feeling each other in the 5D more than likely. Telepathically communicating somehow. Here we are, divine timing. And that's why it's going to require patience on your part as well as whoever it is that you're focused on for this reading, Aquarius. It's going to take some time for that ascension to happen. So if you're willing to stick this out and allow enough time to pass to be able to learn those lessons, then these barriers can be removed and there can be a reconnection here for some of you. Because that is a part of that solitude hermit energy, is bridging estrangements to people who are in separation that can come back together. But for now, especially my divine feminines, you have let this go. You have surrendered this connection. All right, so let's add to this, Aquarius, with some tarot. Let's see what else needs to come through here. So let's grab some messages from the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius, please. What else do we need to know at this time for Aquarius? All right, let's add to this and let's see if we can fill in a few more gaps here. Let's see what else we need to know for you at this time, Aquarius, for this bonus reading. Yeah, see? The Ten of Swords is a very painful ending. Swords is air. That's your own energy, Aquarius, as well as Libra, as well as Gemini, of course. But this is all about you. You've experienced a painful ending with someone. And I feel, for some of you, of course, it's not always about third parties, but I do feel for some of you, that's what you dealt with. Third parties, deception, lies, dishonesty with a karmic partner was not easy. It wasn't easy to walk away from it. It wasn't easy to end it, but you did. Next card is Temperance, which ties into that Patience card, because this is about restoration, but it is going to take time. And that's, I feel, part of the reason why we've got that divine timing card represented right there. Temperance is tied into Sagittarius also. So for some of you guys, it could be a Sagittarian that you are thinking about for this reading. This Temperance card is the need for balance. The need for healing in a situation. Especially when somebody betrays you, is dishonest with you, steps out on the connection, enters into a karmic partnership. None of that is easy. So it's very understandable if you have gone through a painful ending with somebody, Aquarius, that it would take time to heal from that. You got to be patient with yourself and your healing process. The interesting part about the Temperance card is that there is a possible reconciliation between two people that already came through with the Solitude card, which I feel is very similar energies to the Hermit, and it's bringing two people back together. But it will require some time. That's just a part of it. That's a part of the journey that the two of you have to go through. Because if you come back towards each other before you're ready, it's not going to work out. You guys have to grow individually first. This growth has to happen on each side, like your side, Aquarius, as well as the person that you're thinking about. You both have to grow individually in order to come back together as better people, to welcome in the ascension of your relationship. It can be done, but it is going to take some time. You know, so you guys might be tested at this time. That's also a part of the Temperance energy, is to test you. It's going to rock your world, both of your worlds. And if you pass that test, you can ascend and actually build a wonderful future and relationship together. We do have the Knight of Cups. Excuse me. Cups is water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This person is coming in with a romantic gesture. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. I've been talking so much. Let me grab some water. Yeah, they're coming in with a romantic gesture, Aquarius. You know, some of you guys might be open to that. Some of you guys won't be. especially if you're not ready to forgive, if you're not ready to talk, if you don't even want to see this person. You abandoned the connection for a reason. They lied to you, they cheated on you, whatever the case may be. They're coming in with this romantic gesture, and I feel for some of you guys, that would make you happy. For others, it would just piss you off. Like, really? Are you seriously trying to fix this with whatever romantic gesture you think can salvage what happened here? So it's up to you, how you handle this person coming back into your life. Totally up to you. We have the Page of Pentacles coming through. Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Once again, we've already got Virgo with that Hermit card. This is the interesting, I tap into very similar energies with this message from the very first focus card that came through. Focus on your priorities. And then we've got the need for concrete ideas here. And sometimes in order to get better organized to focus on those priorities, it would actually benefit you to write them down so that you have a reference point, so that you can actually refer to it throughout the year and see and cross things off as you complete them. So whatever your goals are this year, Aquarius, come up with that list. We're just a few days into the new year. Come up with that list and see what it is that should be at the top of that priority list of yours. Maybe like a top 10, and see the first 3 and what can you do first to have this year start off really strong and to manifest the abundant energy that you want to attract into your life. Because this Page of Pentacles, Aquarius, is all about manifestation. It's all about new enterprises that you want to start in your life. This is a perfect time to do all that. And look at this. You've got the 10 of Pentacles, ultimate achievement, more earth energy. Your money matters, I feel, in 2020 might be really good. Better than it's ever been in a while, I feel. And in regard to your love life, Aquarius, I feel if you, going back to those priorities, if you just make that list of how you are wanting things to go, even in your love life, make a list and see if you're able to check it off and what it is that means the most to you, especially in regard to a challenging situation and how it's best to deal with those challenges. If you guys can work on it together and learn those lessons together and grow individually, there's a potential that you can actually remove the barrier that's keeping you guys from interacting at this time. But I do feel it's crucial to heal from the pain that you're in. Forgiveness has to happen here between the two of you. And I feel that's why it's going to take some time here. Because you want to reestablish the connection, and that's going to take time, especially when a bond has been broken, if trust has been compromised. All of that is going to need time to heal. So these next couple cards, I'm looking at it, it makes total sense. We've got the 7 of Wands, defense mechanism, that is fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is somebody who might put up walls so that they can protect their heart, protect themselves, so that they don't get hurt. Could be you, Aquarius. It could be the person that you're focused on. It could be both of you. Just putting up these defense mechanisms so that you can protect yourself. It's like your armor that you're putting up so that you can just keep moving on. Perseverance. For some of you, you feel like you're in competition with somebody else, especially if there are third parties and karmic partners, because someone's interfering in your business, in your relationship. And so if you feel like you have to constantly defend yourself and the relationship and what it stands for, etc., etc., that could definitely be really exhausting. So I'm not surprised that we have the Tower coming through here. Some sort of divine intervention that needed to happen. More fire energy. So there's a lot of fire going on here. Somebody got burned here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius for some of you. This could have been really been unexpected, like an out of the blue thing. You weren't expecting it. So you might have found something out about a karmic, about a third party, especially if they were keeping secrets. But part of the revelation of the truth is what stopped whatever was going on here, because that Tower moment came down and you guys went through a very painful ending as indicated by that Ten of Swords, and somebody's heartbroken. Somebody's heartbroken that this relationship is now broken into a million pieces here. And somebody needs forgiveness. Someone might want to come back and repair the damage. Ultimately, for some of you, I feel it's too late, but there are those of you who are willing to fix this and grow together and welcome in the ascension of a life together. That is possible, but you have to learn from the past mistakes. You both do, and then use those lessons as stepping stones. There are actions that are required when the Tower comes down, and part of that action is to rebuild. If the desire is there, you guys can actually rebuild and be stronger. Be stronger together. Be stronger individually. This could tie into financial problems, separations, divorce, conflicts in a relationship. But there is a blessing in disguise after all this. However way that blessing comes into your life, Aquarius, welcome that in. Even though you've been through a very painful experience, just allow those blessings to come in, because it's got the capability to really heal your heart and move you to the direction, towards the direction that you are meant to go. And again, going back to this acceptance message, sometimes we need to accept things for how they are rather than how we want them to be. And that is what's going to teach us what it is that we will no longer allow in our life, so we can move forward towards something and someone better. We have the Eight of Pentacles coming through here, so more earth energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This is a work in progress. For those of you who want to further your education, it could be tied into that. And furthering your education could also be tied into this Ten of Pentacles. Success, especially in regard to your finances. And here we are again with that Hermit energy. Soul searching. Okay, so very similar message to that Solitude card that's already come forward. So more Virgo coming through here. So however way that's playing itself out. And again, possible reconciliation. Somebody coming back from the past. Reflecting, soul searching on where you want to go, where they want to go. Whoever is in that space. We do have the Five of Swords coming through also. So more air energy. Perhaps, Aquarius, somebody was playing mind games with you, trying to control you, and you did not appreciate that. Nine of Swords, more of your own vibration, self-sabotage and nightmares. So you may have certainly lost sleep, stayed up late, losing sleep, having nightmares about what happened here. And some of you may have self-sabotaged yourself as well, however that is playing itself out. And if you dealt with a fellow air sign, they could have self-sabotaged themselves, shot themselves in the foot, started having nightmares over what they did, what they said, karmic partners, third parties, lying to you, being dishonest, and now here they are wanting forgiveness. And if you're not interested in the drama, if you're not interested in wanting this person back into your life, Aquarius, it's time to lay those burdens down, okay? We've got the Ten of Wands coming next. So if you've been carrying those burdens, let it go. It is a brand new year. Let go of what you need to, so that this ascension process will be a whole lot easier and much lighter on you. Here we go again with the competition, Five of Wands. Conflict and competition. So yeah, third parties, karmic partners. There's more than just the two of you in this partnership. So if whoever allowed interference in the relationship created that tower moment. This could have been a really special relationship for some of you guys. You may have been engaged to this person. You saw a future with this person, wanted to marry this person, and they screwed it up. My Divine Feminine, my Empress coming through here, highly affected by what happened here. The Divine Feminine, I feel, since we've got the Ace of Cups right after that, could have been ready to fulfill the Divine Masculine's vision of this love relationship, but with all of the deception and the pain and this mask, the barrier that came through here, challenges, the painful ending, the trust issues, the betrayal. Perhaps for my Divine Feminine, it was just a little bit too heavy to carry. The Moon is again tied into deception and lies. It has dark energies, but it has light energies as well. But it does tie into a deceptive course of affairs. It taps into our imagination, our fantasies, our desires. And sometimes what it is that we're fantasizing about is not what we should be fantasizing about. So it's tied into our fears and the darker aspects of our subconscious. But it ties into anxiety, paranoia, all of that. But there's also a light emanating from the moon. You get through the darkness, you end up on the other side, and that's where the light is. That light is where that ascension begins. To be able to see clearly what it is that you want, going back to those priorities. What is it that you want to manifest by way of those priorities, Aquarius? We have the Justice card coming forward as well. There is some sort of soul contract that is represented in this reading. We already have the Soulmate card coming through here, and now we've got the Justice card with a soul contract. So you and this person, whoever is open to reconciliation, you guys are not done. There's more to this love story here. We have the Lovers card confirming a twin flame connection for some of you. So we have Soulmate and we have twin flame. That Lovers card ties into Gemini energy, but there is a decision that needs to be made here. Somebody needs to make it. It could be you, Aquarius. It could be the person you're focused on. Somebody needs to take action. Somebody needs to reach out. Somebody needs to offer forgiveness. Somebody needs to apologize. Or this is something that you both need to do. But that Justice card is all about honesty, the truth, maintaining one's integrity, fairness, balance, harmony. That's what's needed here in order for the both of you to move forward together. There are definitely changes that are needed here in how you interact with each other. Focus on what it is that you want, those goals, those dreams, those priorities. You both need to take responsibility for what went down here, what caused that tower moment. Each person has to grow during this time of separation. That is a part of what needs to happen here. Okay? And there is a decision, as I mentioned, that the Lovers card is wanting somebody to make. And perhaps that decision, Aquarius, falls on you. This does represent a very deep spiritual union. This intense attraction between two people and the ability to possibly start over. It could also be a very strong sexual connection between two people. So intimately speaking, you guys may have certainly had a very healthy sex life, okay? Very passionate in nature. The Lovers too, it's all about good times that you guys shared together, wonderful adventures that you've had. It's about physical beauty as well as a beautiful soul. So perhaps you find this person very attractive on the inside as well as the outside, and or that's how they see you, Aquarius. Okay? So it really depends on whether you are wanting to work on this partnership, if you're open to that, or if you're really done, then you can ascend on your own. You can move forward on your own, Aquarius, if that is something that you desire. You know, use this key to do with it whatever you want. Close a door. If you're really done, lock it up, throw away the key, or open up a brand new door and welcome in a new opportunity, a new cycle in your life. All right, guys, let's continue. Let me make more room here. I've pulled so many cards here that I'm running out of room. So let's grab some romance angels to add to this, Aquarius, and let's take a look and see what else needs to come through. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius, please. What else do we need to know at this time for this bonus reading? In love and romance, what else do we need to know? Okay. Passion. Express your love. Bottom of the deck. Make the effort. So it's still coming forward as being a very passionate connection between the two of you, Aquarius. You know, this card is, you know, it's not an accident that we've got soulmate references coming through here. This person could certainly be your soulmate. You know, that special bond, that union that you share with each other. And again, you're still connecting in the 5D, I feel. Whoever is resonating with that. And it does say, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And I feel it could fall on my divine masculines, especially, who are getting ready to do that. And it's up to the divine feminine whether this romantic gesture will be received with open arms or not, or a shut door. Make the effort. Again, for my divine masculines, I feel somebody needs to take that first step to create movement here, to open up communication, to open up the conversation, and just say something as simple as, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what I said. Whether that apology is accepted or not, that's up to the other person, whichever side of the fence you fall on, Aquarius. And that, I feel, is why this is so crucial. Acceptance. Okay, let's add to this with some Lovers Oracle. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius. What else do we need to know for this bonus reading? All right, let's see what else needs to come through here. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius, please. What else do we need to know for this bonus reading? What else? What else do we need to know? That's too many. Let's try again. What else do we need to know? Okay. Time, yeah. Let's grab this bottom of the deck. Okay, so this was the first one that came through. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Okay, and that's why patience is required, and it is being confirmed by Temperance card that it is going to take time, especially if what you're wanting is a reconciliation. It is going to take some time here. Next message, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. And that for me is very much tied into, if I can find it here on my desk, I was going to say it reminds me of the Tower. Hold on, let me find it. 1 second. Here it is. It's very much tied into that Tower, because there is a blessing in disguise at the end of all of that destruction. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So you got to wait for it. Give it some time. Here we are. Look, sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. I feel for those of you who resonate with that, you could certainly be tied into a twin flame connection where you feel that this other person has the other half of your soul. And if you have experienced intimacy with one another, that I feel is also tied into the Lover's card, a very strong, very deep, passionate sexual connection between two people. And as you can see on the bottom, it does say twin flame connection. Wow. All right, let's add to this with some dialogue messages, Aquarius. So let's grab some from the Messages of Love Oracle cards by All Things Intuitive. This could represent either words that this person wants to say to you or words that you've been wanting to say to them. We'll go ahead and grab a few messages, take from these messages whichever one you are resonating with. So let's grab a few. Let's take a look. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius. Who needs to speak up here? Spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson, and oftentimes a soulmate is meant to do that. Come in, teach you a lesson, but not all soulmates are meant to stick around. Those spiritual lessons could be taught by a twin flame as well. Stability coming through here. This relationship can stand the test of time. And I feel if you just have the patience to see this through, Aquarius, you will actually find the happiness that you're looking for with this person. And look at this. We've got true love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. And perhaps you already knew that. Next message, time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. And I feel those of you guys who are already in separation, perhaps you're already slowly receiving the clarity that you are needing in regard to this connection. Sometimes you got to spend time away from someone in order to see things clearer. And I feel if you're on that journey, growing, as I mentioned, growing together individually and then coming back together, that's where the ascension happens, because the lessons have been learned. You can then move forward together and find happiness on a stronger foundation with one another. We also have rejection coming through. This rejection is actually divine protection. So whoever did the rejecting, either you, Aquarius, or the person that you're thinking about, that might also be tied into why somebody needs forgiveness. That rejection as well could be a blessing in disguise. All right, guys. So let's add to this with some signs from Spirit Love Oracle. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius, please. Some additional messages for Aquarius. for this bonus reading. What else do we need to know? There we are. We have apron service. This is indicative of those of you possibly looking for a job, and maybe this is indicative of finding that job. You might also be in a vocation where you are required to wear an apron. It could be tied into that if you're in the food industry. But this is more about those priorities. And if you've been struggling financially because you were unemployed, this is telling us at this time that you certainly are getting ready to find a job, or that opportunity is coming for you. We also have violet. That could be somebody's favorite color. Intuitive, spiritual, self-aware. So if you find, especially Aquarius, if you find that you're naturally intuitive, and if also you see yourself as a very spiritual individual, this is giving you the opportunity to finally be awakened to what it is that life is handing you at this moment. The blessings that are coming in for you. And the ability to be more self-aware. It's tied into all that. Beard, maturity, the person that you're focused on. My divine feminines, if your divine masculine has a beard and he's known for that beard, it could be tied into that. But this is also about maturity, which means that time is involved here. And enough time has to pass in order for things to move, progress, and ascend. So again, the process cannot be rushed, and you just have to be patient. We have 555 coming through. Wisdom wake-up call. Time to move in a new direction. So that's for some of you guys who are not interested in a reconciliation. You're not interested in coming back together with anybody, especially if they were involved in a karmic partner and or third-party situation. You want to move in a different direction, and that's okay. Because that's what's going to bring about the ascension for your life. And as I mentioned earlier, it's acceptance of a situation that you know has run its course. You're done with it. You're moving on. You've learned from it. And it's time for you to open up a brand new chapter for your life. All right, guys. So let's close this out with some final messages. Some healing messages for you, Aquarius. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Aquarius. Some final thoughts. Final thoughts for Aquarius, please. Oh my goodness. A second reference to soulmate. Your guardian angel is watching out for you, especially if you're going through challenges at this time. And look at this. Focus. So it's come full circle, Aquarius, because we started off with this message. Focus on your priorities. And it's saying it again. Focus. Okay? So as long as you stay focused in 2020, I really do feel you will be able to manifest so many wonderful things in your life, Aquarius. And part of what it is that you can manifest is a reunion with your soulmate. And perhaps you guys are on the same page and wanting the same things. But you are being blessed. Even when things are challenging, even if you feel that it's you against the world, you're really not alone. You know, your guardian angel is watching out for you. All right, guys. So that is where I'm going to leave it. Whatever part of this reading resonated with you, I do hope that it helped you somehow. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And I will be back real soon, Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time.